queens. Hey, single queens. This is Desmond Booker, a Christian dating and relationship coach. I help successful queens who are seeing success in their relationships, not so much, but in their life. And so we just simply say, I help you that are seeing success in your life begin to see success in your love life. It kind of sounds kind of strange in saying that, doesn't it? Many times is that you're not seeing the success that you're desiring, and you're feeling successful, you're seeing success, but what's going on in my love life? And so these are the type of things. But this is Monday Night Live. We thank you for joining us on Instagram. We thank you for joining us on YouTube. If you're on YouTube watching this, we want to thank you, YouTube, for watching this and for commenting below. Like and subscribe this video. Also, if you are on our Queens Don't Settle Single to Dating group. So tonight, we're excited because great things are happening in our group, on you here on YouTube and in Instagram. And so tonight, Monday Night Live, once again, we have a great topic, and that topic is quote unquote not dating your type keeping you single, right? Or is me quote unquote not dating my type, right, keeping me single? So a lot of times you queens are asking me, well, I have a type of person that I'm wanting to date, but there's this great guy that I'm wanting to date, and but he's not my ideal guy, but he's a great guy. Is it settling? And so that is a great question, because many times you're feeling like, I'm settling, I really want this quote unquote type of person, but this person doesn't check all the boxes, and he doesn't check all of my crosses, right? He doesn't cross every T and dot every I for me, but he is a great person. Is it settling? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know the question to that. You know the answer to that, I mean. Because if he's a great person, but you still feel as if you're settling, it's an indication within you that you're settling. Because I can simply say, you shouldn't pass any guy up that's great, that seems like a great potential, that seems like a great fit, right? Don't pass that up. But who am I to dictate to you what is deemed as settling, right? So is there quote unquote any perfect person for you? There is, in a sense, that there is a perfect person for you because you're desiring to be with them, right? And so when I say a perfect person, of course nobody's perfect, but I'm saying perfect for me, right? So again, that is a great question. If I've met a great guy, but he doesn't check off all of my boxes, is it still settling? You know that. You know that. You know that if this is the type of person that's going to really cause me to want to move into a relationship, cause me to want to marry him. But I don't feel. See, again, are you feeling that inside? Are you feeling that inside? Something's not right. Just like when you see the red flags, right? Something is off, right? I really like him, but this is missing. Then you're settling. Isn't that interesting? Because I'm again, quote unquote, great guy. So let's go to the next question then. So then, is your type of guy, quote unquote, the type of guy that you're wanting, is that keeping you single? So I'm not dating anybody. I'm attracting not quote unquote the right people. I'm attracting somewhat good people, but I'm holding out. I'm holding out for this particular type of guy. Is that what's keeping you single? I want you to really begin to think about that. And we see you queens jumping on tonight. Thank you for joining me. Is that keeping you single? I'm wanting, quote unquote, this type of man. He has not shown up. Should I continue to wait for him? Should I continue? Is this what's keeping you? And I'm going to say, yes, that's keeping you single. And here's the reason why. Because you have a particular type of person that you're wanting to date, and that you're refusing to settle for anything else. Well, what are you doing to ensure that he's going to show up in your life. And the reason why I say it's keeping you single is because if you are doing the same things, if you are the same person, how can you attract that quote unquote different type of man, the man of your dreams? You see that? So are you willing to do everything and anything, including changing you, changing what you're doing, changing how you respond and who you're even connected to? Are you willing to basically blow up everything to be with this person? Because if you're willing to do that, then absolutely that type of person is going to come into your life. But what I found out is you have this high expectation of this person, this quote unquote type of guy to come into your life, to sweep you off your feet. But you don't really, number one, believe that it's going to happen. Number two, you're not doing anything differently, being a different type of person for that to happen. And so you're experiencing what? The same thing, and then saying, well, I'm worried, I haven't met the quote unquote type of guy. And that's what's keeping you single. Being honest with yourself. What are you really doing any different? Well, I'm working on myself. Are you really working on yourself to create the... So I want you to really begin to think about this. I'm waiting for this perfect guy to come into my life, but I'm the same person, or I'm doing the same things, you know? And so I liken it to this, is that you're wanting him to do certain things while he has desires too. So this person that you're attracting into your life, that you're wanting, quote unquote, is the type of guy that you're wanting. You're wanting him to be this type, but you're the same person. You're not willing to do anything differently. It's not going to work. Queens, 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 queens. Yes, that's what's keeping you single. You have so many high expectations, which is good. You have so many high standards, which are good. You have your boundary sets, which are good. But do you believe that that type of person is going to come into your life? And if you say yes, then what are you doing to cause him to come into your life? You can't be the same person, going the same places, doing the same thing. And so I was talking to this young lady, and she's really was telling me what she's expecting her man to do for her. What she's desiring to see him treat her and be the queen, and really want her to to be the king and all that. But then I asked her, what are you willing to do? And guess what happens? She goes back to someone similar to who she's always dated. She's in a relationship with somebody who she's, quote unquote, the type of person that she's always dated. Why? Because you're comfortable in that, and you're going to stay, and there is a comfort zone in your dating. There's a comfort zone in your relationships. There's a comfort zone in the quote unquote type of... So even though you know you want better, even though you can see yourself with someone who's treating you better, treating you differently than anybody else, giving you the queen royal treatment that you deserve, but you end up going back to something and to someone who's treating you what? The same. Why? Because there's no change in you. You really don't believe that that person is going to come into your life. And that honestly is keeping you single. Well, I'm with somebody right now, but really honestly, you're with somebody, but you're still single. Why? Because you really truly are not being fulfilled in this type of relationship. This is very important. So number one, yes, the quote unquote type of guy that you're waiting for is keeping you single, because you're not doing anything different. You really don't believe he's going to come into your life. And number two is that it's not settling unless it's settling to you for the quote unquote, if you don't want to date this great guy. If you don't want to date this great guy, right? And you're waiting for this Prince Charming, this man of your dreams to come into your life. It's not settling if you go for the person, but you know that with the end. So the only one that can answer that question is you. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about dating him? And a lot of times that feeling can what? alludes back to what I was just saying. It can trick you. Why? Why can it trick you? Because it makes you feel that it has to be a certain way. It has to be a certain thing that he's doing or a certain thing that he should be doing. It's out of your comfort zone. And because he's out of your comfort zone, then this is not what I want. You see? So the only way that you can experience something great outside of the comfort zone is that what? Is that you have to step outside of the comfort zone. Now you start dating this person totally different than you've ever had. Great guy doing everything for you, but it's out of your comfort zone. What's going to end up happening? You're going to end up sabotaging that relationship. And then you're going to say, I'm not going to be settling. But really, honestly, you was not settling. You were comfortable in a situation. And now it's pulled you out of your comfort zone. And now you find yourself what? You find yourself single again. Because why? Because this good man pulled you out of your comfort zone and you weren't used to being treated that way. That's why I'm saying, if you're really wanting him to do all these things that you're asking, you have to be ready for that. If not, you're going to end up sabotaging the relationship. If not, you're going to find some fault in him and you're going to end up sabotaging the relationship and pushing him away. Okay? So these are great questions. And we want to thank you for joining us tonight. Next week, make sure you're on here live. We're for you that are on IG and on YouTube, we won't be live. Of course, on YouTube, we're doing the replay, but we won't be live here on Instagram. So make sure that you register for our Single to Successfully Dating webinar next Monday. Next Monday is going to be a special Monday. We're not going to be on Instagram, but we'll be in our Facebook group and we'll be on Zoom. So if you want to join us on Zoom, all you have to do is register. If you want to join us in our Facebook group, make sure so that you can get the Zoom link and all of that. Oh my goodness, it's going to be good. It's going to be so great. This has been another great Monday Night Live. We look forward to seeing you. The description and everything is in that link on YouTube. All you got to do is click down below. Also on Instagram, all you have to do is click the link in my bio. Here on Facebook, comment below. I'm ready and I'm in, and I'll give you the link to that to register. It's for free. This has been exciting. This has been a great thing. The type of man can keep you single if you don't believe that he can come, and if you're not willing to change in order for him to come into your life. Yes, that's why you're still single. It's not because a good man does not exist and the quote-unquote type of dream man that you're wanting doesn't exist. He does exist. But you have to start believing it, and you have to start expecting him to show up in your life by doing different things. All right? This has been great. You guys have a great night. Remember, queens don't settle. Make sure that you hit that like and that subscribe button on YouTube. All right.